we talk about RT-PCR, you talked about the difficulties that the laboratories face in terms of manpower, specialized manpower, the difficulties in getting government permissions and all that. But as a common person, the main problem that as a common man, if I have to choose between antigen or RT-PCR, the most common thing is the waiting period. For RT-PCR, it takes minimum 24 hours to 3 to 4 days. In a public hospital, public lab, it takes 4 days to get the results. So, this waiting period is very huge. While in antigen, you get the results within 1 hour to 2 hour max. So, so what people feel is they have, even before the test result comes, they have to isolate and quarantine themselves. So, so how do we address this challenge? Because if identify and isolate is the main key, then somewhere RT-PCR we are missing that, because we are
definitely. See, when a patient gives the sample for RT-PCR, and suppose a lab says the report is given in the evening, this patient gives the sample and he go around and go to the malls or somewhere and come back for the collecting the reports. So till that time he is transmitting the disease. Nobody is knowing about that. So the turnaround time is important, very important for the RT-PCR test or any other test, because if the turnaround time is less, the number of transmission will be going down.
Right.
So in RT-PCR, even though the test takes about 2 hours, maximum 2.5 hours, but the other parameters are taking there. So that is why it takes long time, 9 to 10 hours. In some labs give 24 hours, some gives 48 hours, but actual time taken is about 2.5 hours to 4 hours. So within that time, we can release the report. But with all these formalities, uploading of the reports to a site and all that, it takes delay. Unless we upload the reports, we cannot release the report to the patient.
Right.
These are all the regulations now. That should be simplified without affecting the quality of the reports and the safety of the patients. That is also. So, large number of test reports in minimum turnaround time is very important, especially in a crowded place like Sabarimala. Pilgrims are going there. Pilgrims requires to be tested. See, earlier antigen tests were conducting, and with antigen testing, lot of problems were there. Number of positivity increased. A lot of positive patients were found in the Sabarimala temple premises and all that, because of the poor quality of the antigen test. And finally, the government has to stop testing by antigen, and they started RT-PCR method. Then once this RT-PCR method started from the 1st of January, I think, after the Mandala Puja, then Magaravaradu proceeding started with this test. RT-PCR test, these Tamil Nadu and all patient, the pilgrims comes without testing. They don't have the facility to do in between testing. So they come around and they do the testing. They stay there for 24 hours, 48 hours, then give the report, then get the report and go to the Sabarimala pilgrims. So if there is a fast test like RT-LAMP is available, it is possible to give a report within 40 minutes to 1.5 hours. It's very easy. No need to wait for such a long time. So instead of the 48 hours period, within 2 hours or 1.5 to 2 hours, test can be released, and these pilgrims can go into Sabarimala temple, and they can come back on the same evening or next day morning. So this RT-LAMP seems to be a better method for this, for the pilgrims, for the crowded place like things, for the treatment patients. RT-PCR also will be beneficial, because if there is no emergency required, if anybody can wait 48 hours, okay, RT-PCR can be done and go. if wherever required emergency, this RT-LAMP will do its best.
Dr. Ramesh, according to you, RT-LAMP is going to be the game changer, or like?
Yes, definitely it is going to change the testing for COVID, because antigen tests are not ideal for testing a asymptomatic screening. Is not at all useful, as 50% is not detected at all. So always RT-PCR is confirmatory. A variant technology like RT-LAMP, which gives 40 to 40 minutes, within 40 minutes reports, it's very good. It's equal or far equal, more better than equal. As Vasudevan sir said, it is more than accurate than the RT-PCR technology. Definitely, this RT-LAMP real-time loop-mediated amplification method introduced by Agape Diagnostics seems to be as par with the equivalent par technology for detecting the SARS-CoV virus.
Right.
The advantage of this test is easily this test can be done, does not require a high-end storage. It need not be stored. It's I think it's in the lyophilized dried form in a tube. Only the extracted RNA to be added and put it in the machine. The rest of the machine will do within 40 minutes. Reports will be seen. Even positive reports can be reported within that period. That's what, because I was involved in two of the RT-PCR, the RT-LAMP installations, and I found it's far superior than RT-PCR.
Dr. Ramesh, last question to you. Like the cost of testing has been a bone of contention between the private labs and the government. After the Supreme Court verdict, the RT-PCR test rates were reduced to 1,400, while antigen tests were reduced to rupees 600. Now High Court has day before yesterday intervened, and now again government has slightly marginally increased the RT-PCR testing rates. So what do you think about this testing rates, from the lab's perspective, and which would be?
Yes. These testing rates, as such, it is not the only cost of the reagents involved in testing. There are so many things, so many items are involved. So setting up of the PCR laboratory involves a costly equipment, then costly reagents are required, trained personnel, including a nodal officer with the MD microbiology, then calibration, accreditation costs, like that. There are about 30 different items, directly or indirectly, are involved in the cost of this PCR. It is not the only reagent cost. So there are so many, nearly 30 items are involved. And finally, the risk factor. Who will bear the risk cost? If anything happens to the staff member, who is responsible? So all these are involved in the costing. So that is why when the government reduced the cost, see, initially the cost of the reagents are also very high, but reagent price has come down, but not to the extent of decreasing the cost up to rupees 1,500. So at one point, the RT-PCR labs joined together, and see, we have to file a case in the High Court. And finally, the High Court was convinced that our cost, we showed the cost exactly, what happens, what are the items involved in the costing, including the bills. We showed the costings, and the court was so convinced about the costing. And then finally, government has to come forward and discuss with the RT-PCR labs. And the cost itself comes about 1,530 or so for a good quality. We have to use the good quality reagents. If you use the bad quality, finally the report is very bad, going to bad. No private labs take the risk of buying a bad reagent and issue the bad reagent, bad results. So we have to stick on to the quality of the reagents. So once we stick on to the quality of reagents and the quality of machines, quality of the staff, then only we can give the quality of the reports. So that is why we have argued with this, and finally government was pleased to increase the cost to 1,700 with effect from yesterday.
Right.
But the antigen cost remains the same, rupees 300 only. So the antigen, so 300 rupees means, we have to, whoever is buying the antigen kits, they have to buy the poor quality reagents and use the test. Because if you want to get a good quality reagent, again in the antigen also this comes about 250 rupees. As our Shenoy sir said in the beginning, the SD biosensor, that was the best quality product available that time. That cost even now 226 plus GST. So how can somebody buy a 250 rupees worth reagent and give it for 300 rupees, including all these risk factors involved and PPE, everything together? It's not possible at all. So that is why cost factor is very important. If the government is making compulsory on the pricing, quality will definitely come down, and finally we are going to miss a lot of positive cases.
Right. Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Ramesh. Thank you.
Thank you.